day 7 and it's storming like crazy, so you probably can't hear a word of what I'm saying, but let's make it quick. Today I wanted to talk about limiting beliefs, which is something that I struggle with a lot, and the reason I wanted to talk about it is because I am going to experiment with running paid ads to Reform this week. So as you may recall from a previous video, this week is marketing week, and the thing that I want to play around with this week is learning how to do Google AdWords. It's something I've never really done before, and the reason for it is that I saw someone in a sort of like a pretty similar situation as me, having really great success with Google ads. It's like, maybe they do actually work, maybe that's why Google is such a profitable company after all. So and I could see some similarities in sort of the strategy they were using that it could apply to me. And yeah, so I started reading up on it. I asked on Twitter for some resources as well. I found some YouTube videos, and I'm pretty excited about trying it this week. And obviously I'll report back how it goes, and maybe that's a good reason for mentioning it before I do it, because if I try doing it and it failed, maybe I just probably won't say anything about it ever again. But now I mentioned it, so I will say how it goes. But anyways, so I've had a limiting beliefs around ads that for a sort of low priced horizontal product such as Reform, it doesn't make sense. And then I find someone who's in a similar situation, and it totally makes sense for them. It was actually very profitable. So obviously I'm wrong somehow. It doesn't mean it'll work for me. I mean, I'm not an expert or anything. I've never tried it before, and so that's a limiting belief. But I didn't recognize it as a limiting belief because I thought about it rationally. Low price product, a lot of competition. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense. So I thought about this with limiting beliefs. I think there are like a few layers to it. Like, the example I thought about was like, if I think that I can't do a bungee jump, that's a limiting belief, because I just need to convince myself that it's going to be, that it's going to go okay. But and I know that rationally, I know that me thinking I can't do a bungee jump is a limiting belief. Sort of like another limiting belief I think I've had my whole life is like, I can't be like super ripped because of my body composition or something like that. So, that I think that's the limiting belief too, but it feels more true to me than the bungee jump thing. Like, I think that there is actually something to like your body composition. I think I've thought about it rationally. And then there's stuff like, similarly, there's stuff like ads won't work, paid ads won't work, or SEO won't work because it's too competitive. And so so my whole point with this video is just to say, I didn't recognize it as a limiting belief before I saw someone else doing it successfully, and sort of good idea to question stuff like that, I guess. And I think that's all I was going to talk about in this video, and I'll go for a run in this crazy weather, and see you guys tomorrow.